Hi everyone, and in this episode we're going to talk about finasteride and side effects. Specifically, what are the strategies that we can use to manage and try and minimize side effects that people experience if they are on finasteride therapy. So stick around. Hi everyone, welcome back to the show. One of the things we really feel is a staple of medical management of people that are suffering from hair loss is something called finasteride. And we've talked in the past about how finasteride works. But one of the biggest concerns that people have, and I hear this when people come in to the clinic and consult, is that there's a real fear of starting on any sort of 5-alpha reductase therapy. And this is finasteride and goes for dutasteride as well. And a lot of that is based on real science. There is a potential risk of side effects. It is real, and so we have to acknowledge that. But a lot has probably been written online as well. There's certainly a lot of people that have suffered from side effects that are very vocal, and I get that. But so there becomes a lot of hesitancy for a lot of people to start on any sort of 5-alpha reductase enzyme inhibition therapy. Now, I'm not here to try and convince people to be on this. I have no vested interest in this. But I want to talk about finasteride therapy, but specifically side effects and how, if you're experiencing side effects, how we manage them. Now, the first thing I have to say is that if you are on therapy, make sure it's being supervised by a medical professional, ideally someone who has experience in managing this, who knows what they're talking about and can give you good advice. So that's the first thing. And also, certainly, if you're experiencing side effects, you know what? This channel is great. It's a good resource of information, but by no means should it be the basis of what you decide to do with your medical therapy. I really advise you to make sure that you get good advice and you're supported through this process. So we have to first acknowledge that side effects do exist. Side effects exist with any sort of medical therapy for any condition. No medical therapy for anything is without side effects. There is always a trade-off. And so we know that, and we have to factor that in. And so part of it is making sure that our patients are educated. We know what to look out for. We know where the prospective pitfalls are. And we're also trying to minimize that from the get-go. So we're looking at what are the doses that we need. Do we actually need this medication, first of all? And if we do, what is the minimum dose that we can require to achieve the outcome whilst minimizing side effects? And we talked about dosing schedules of finasteride and what the dose potentially could be. And we've done a variety of different videos in the past about that. And generally focusing again on the incidence of side effects is at a dose of, say, 1 milligram every other day. The incidence is generally quite low and approximately, in most cases, about 1%, so 1 in 100. Now, if you are that 1 in 100, it's a horrible thing. Let's not, dance around that. Let's deal with that head on. So if you are that 1 in 100, how do we manage that? Well, first of all, I think what we need to do is look at trying to get rid of those side effects. So stop that immediately. So we generally advise people to stop taking the finasteride at that point. Let it wash out of their system. And what we generally find is that once that has happened, and that can take a few weeks for the levels of finasteride to generally wash out of the system, the side effects go away. At that point, we can be left with a subsequent decision. Do we restart the finasteride potentially at a lower dose to try and minimize the side effects? Or do we go, right, okay, no, we don't want to take finasteride at all. Let's look at other options. What other medical options are there therapy-wise that we can use to try and assist us? So it's essentially looking at, stopping the medication, letting it wash out of the system, and then making a judgment call on whether or not we restart potentially at a lower dose to try and get some of that blockade to minimize the progression of this condition whilst at the same time limiting side effects, or if we abandon the idea altogether and go, okay, let's look at potentially another option. And as an example of that, that could be minoxidil. So, and looking at how we can tailor the medication, the scheduling, the formulation to that individual. And again, so there's other options as well. Even if you're looking at finasteride, you may want to consider a topical version as well, may potentially be an option. Or another option is mesotherapy, where we directly inject it into the scalp, into an area of concern. So these are all things to potentially consider, but at the essential level, what we want to do is to get rid of the side effects, minimize the risk of future side effects. So stop it, let it wash out of the system, and then make a decision. I hope you found that useful. People do worry about side effects. It is a real thing, but limited risk. All right, so make sure you get good advice, and make sure if you're starting on the medication, you start with someone who's able to advise you along your journey. I hope you found that helpful. Thank you again for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much.